you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a good day. Alright, so I think this is sounding good. So I want to kind of come over here real quick and talk about something that I think a lot of people don't really talk about. And this is going to go on the YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Check out Church Cat. I'm going to be doing a lot of, like churchy stuff and talking about, like CCM, gospel. I'll be doing, because I play piano, I play bass, I play drums. I'm actually really a drummer. I really didn't want to learn keys. So I kind of learned keys really haphazardly, but this video, I wanted to really talk about some of the things that I practice. And let me say this, I don't really view myself as being a great keyboard player. I'm an effective keyboard player. I can get the job done. I can play the gigs. I play in church. I've played for non-denominational churches, Baptist churches, AME, Pentecostal. I've played for all kinds of churches. I do all that stuff, And I can do all that stuff, So I can do all that stuff. And so it took me a while to get there. Like I've been playing, on and off. Well, I've been playing since 2015 for really. And at that time I was really only comfortable, in C sharp, and I used to play like stuff like this, like CCM chords. Like I used to do stuff like that, like those sus chords. That was my chord for everything, for the 1 sus chord, 2 sus chord, sus chord, sus chord, sus chord. Like that's all I would play. I didn't really play, diminish, So it took me a while to really learn that kind of stuff. And in the beginning, I mostly just played scales. Like I would just sit down and do, 5 and 5. Right? And I'd take it up a half step. Up a half step. Up a half step. And I would learn that in every key. And then I started, because what I used to do at first was I would just do it with one hand, right? Then I tried to do the whole entire scale, right? Then I'd do it with my left hand, right? Take it up a half step. And then I started learning like how to do it both hands, and then I would learn because if you learn scales, I watched a bunch of videos and they'll tell you, okay, you rest your hands on the keyboard, you got to have a certain kind of posture and all that stuff, and you just, each finger follows a sequence. So if you're going to go from this C to this C, you would 1, 2, 3, pivot, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? But once you get up here, you can't just right? So what I learned was how to play the scales going all the way up and down the keyboard. Right? And I learned that in both hands, and I learned in the other keys. And so, but those are some of the things I would practice. I would practice scales, and I would practice them like that. Right? And then I would practice, I'd take it up. And then I would do, the other technique, which really works on getting your fingers to work together. Right? And I'll do some other videos kind of breaking that down a little bit more. Excuse me, sorry. Then I did I'll learn the chords. So I can see, everybody knows. Everybody knows that bit. Right? So I will learn like the actual chords. So I learn C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and back to C major. And I'd learn the different inversions. So I would literally sit and do stuff like that. That's just a C major chord. I'm just changing the position of the notes. Right? Same thing with the minor chord. Sorry. My bad. Right. And then do the same thing going all the way up. And so I would do that. Then I remember I started doing this. Right. Like I used to practice chords like this. Now that's one of the first lines I learned. I used to do it on everything, like, right. Then I learned how to do it one hand. Right. I learned how to do it one hand. And so it was easy for me to do it in F sharp. Like I used to play in F sharp all the time. Right. And all that is whatever key you're in is the 1, 2, 3, and the 5. And it's just an arpeggio, so it's 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3. So it's really like easy runs. So I mean, and that's any key you're in. If you're in D flat, right? So it's the same thing. 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, right? I used to do it all the time in church and stuff. But I practice stuff like that. I especially practice like the chords, right? That kind of stuff. Right? So I practice a lot of that. I would practice chord stretches in my left hand. Right? This is the hardest one because it's like real stretched out. Right. Well, I usually do this one here. So even though, or you could drop that down here. Right. So just things like that. But I would say with anything you practice, consistency is key. It took me a long time before I could really like actually just sit down and play. I used to just practice scales all day. In fact, that's what I use for my warm-ups. I warm up with scales to kind of get my fingers going. Like I'll just do it really fast. Because my fingers get stuck. And I'm not really looking for I'm not looking for accuracy. I'm just trying to wake my fingers up. Right. Right. I'm just like looking for because when I that's like a warm up I'll do, and when I do that I'm not looking for accuracy. I'm looking just to get the blood going to my fingers, then I'll work on accuracy. So, but I'm still like learning and growing, especially when it comes to like church stuff. Like I could play church stuff in every key. Like I really don't like playing church stuff in the key of like D, for instance. Right? Like, what was it? Because like the stride is weird. Because like in other keys, like in C sharp, right? Like I can slide down. I could do that stuff, right? Right. And that's easier to do in those keys, but like in D and A especially is really hard. Now in E you can kind of actually do church stuff in E that often. Right? You know, what is it called? Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. So I just want to kind of, this is like a little quick impromptu video, and also I want to talk about some stuff I'm going to be doing with the channel. So I do a lot of CCM stuff, especially recently, like like everybody sings the anthem, everybody's singing, all that elevation stuff and planet shakers and whatnot. And so that's a lot of what I do. And so I'll be doing some more like cover vids and stuff. But just want to do this real quick video. But shout out to everybody who's supported. Shout out to everybody who subscribed. I really appreciate you guys. I look forward to growing and learning with you all. And as I learn, you guys learn. So that being said, holla at y'all later.